Drew.
Oh, me? I thought you were going to do the introduction.
No, because I can't remember. I can't remember what looking at a failing test or trying to outwrite some tests or something along those lines.
Yeah. Okay. So, I've been working on this new quick action for epics. So you can create a number of issues from within the epic comment box. I've got a merge request open that has gone through a bunch of reviews. Everything's fine, but there's one particular test that was requested to get updated to use a single source of truth for some error messages. Now that this is loaded up, if we jump over to the Flight.js project and go to an epic.
I'm vaguely remembering now. There was an error that wasn't kind of being passed back. You were getting more of a generic error or something.
Yeah. So when you create an issue for an epic, you shouldn't be able to assign an issue that belongs to a project that isn't a child of that epic, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think if we go in here, let me just check. Yeah, so we have one project here called Flight, and we have a subgroup called Flight.js subgroup.
Yep.
If we try and create an issue for an epic in the subgroup that belongs to the Flight project, because Flight isn't a parent, a child of the subgroup, that should fail.
Yeah.
So inside this one, create child issue, and what will this one be? It will be Flight.js Flight. So the project is that, and then so this should fail. And at the moment, I believe this will throw just a generic error at the moment. If we check the I have to do that again. If we check the network logs, you'll see the response here is cannot assign an issue that does not belong under the same group or descendant as the epic. So we're getting the correct exception raised inside the Ruby code. So I've tried to write a test for that should fail. However, when running the spec here, it is actually creating that issue and assigning it to the epic, even though it shouldn't.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've spent a number of hours trying to work this out and not got anywhere. If we jump into the code, what do we have here? So this is the original quick actions for epics. Sorry, someone's got very loud background noise.
So my sort of it's all come flooding back to me after our conversation the other day, that the theory is that it's obviously not hitting that same bit. The test isn't hitting that the test isn't hitting that test. It isn't hitting that kind of logic that should then throw the exception, I guess. So I was sort of suggesting we try and figure out, like, put some breakpoints in or something to try and figure out, like, where is it getting to, and why isn't it getting to where we want it to get to?
Because I mean, the rest of these tests seem to be working fine. This is the one that's failing, but for the wrong reason.
Yep.
It shouldn't be increasing the number of issues on an epic, but it is.
Yeah, it should be the message that kind of fails rather than the yeah. So
this bit, because this should be the new message now.
The service dot execute, right?
Yeah, so this is the quick action code that I added in. The result here is just calling create service on issues to create a new issue.
Yeah.
And we're passing in the target project.
Yeah.
And the epic, which is the target of the quick action. And with these two things, it should be failing with that error message.
Perfect. So I would go to the issue create service and try and guess a place that we can put a breakpoint in that we think it may or may not reach that point in code, I guess.
This will be the EE version, won't it? Because we're passing an epic in.
Great question. So the EE and the non-EE version should be kind of like smushed together. So it's a case of seeing, so here we can see if we're calling create, although we're probably calling execute, aren't we? I can't remember what we were calling.
Oh yeah, we're calling new and then execute.
Execute. So we're calling execute. So if the execute method doesn't exist on the EE one, then it would be in the non-EE one. But then there might be a hook or something that calls out to this EE version.
So yeah, so as the execute, and I'm assuming that's going to call create, and the EE create method will get called then, wouldn't it?
Yes, exactly. So what are you thinking? Maybe put the breakpoint just above this create, so then we can step into the create, or where and whereabouts does the linking happen? Does it happen in the issue create service, or
create process iteration ID and then calls the parent create?
I think all the code is on the issue create service itself, not on the EE side.
Okay.
Yeah. What even is process iteration ID?
I guess you can pass an iteration ID in and it will.
The method doesn't exist there. That's all.
Okay. So this is the issue create.
There's also a before create up there.
Yeah, I saw that. Before create and after create. There's no create.
So I'm just going to have a look. Okay, so that means it's coming from the issue base service.
Oh, yeah. Shall we just put a bybug in? Is it bybug now? No, what's the new one?
No, this super sucks, and I really need to escalate this. So it's a binding.pry_shell.
Oh, that's a new one.
If anyone's got a better way of doing this already, then please shout, but this really sucks. So save that. And then we need to, in a terminal, we need to do a bundle exec pry-shell.
Oh,
actually, if you're running it from a test, we might get away with just a binding.pry, actually. So pry-shell, we only really need to use if we're doing something from the front end. But sometimes when you run a test, it actually breaks out. So try just the normal pry, binding.pry. We'll give this
without the shell?
Yeah. And you might be able to do that when you're running a test, because I think it sort of spawned. I don't even know how I'd explain it. You're running it in like a single process, so it then kicks out the shell in that process. But when you're running it from the web server, it kind of doesn't know where to spawn or how to spawn a shell.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. I got a new mobile phone, I reckon about 4 weeks ago now, because my old one went in the bath. And my old one, because the screen doesn't work, but it's sat in my drawer at work, and the alarm still goes off for front end pairing every week at 11 o'clock, and it's retained its battery for over 3 weeks now. I just don't see how that's possible.
Get the hammer.
Yeah, I might have to. Right. It's just if it's got crypto wallet on, you know. Okay, so it's come out to here. So I guess we step.
What issue would be something already? Oh, it's at issue, not just issue. Okay.
To be honest, at issue and issue should be the same.
Yeah. So we don't care about that, do we? So
next, I guess.
Next, that's the one. Step.
Step. Yeah, step. I think it's good.
Handle.
Right. So I would probably. Where does it actually do that? The link into the Epic. Where is that code?
I am not actually sure.
Okay. Can you check in your web browser where it threw the exception and we saw the output? What file? Where was that? That's issue-based service online.
Create service 113. So yeah, so we're in issues create service. Yeah, we want to go into the base create service.
Oh, it's base create service, is it? Sorry.
Wait, issuable base service, and then issues create service handle changes. Oh gosh.
Issues create service.
Handle changes. Base service handle changes. Oh, super, yeah.
So super's calling, I guess, the issues based service.
Yeah. That's the EE version.
Handle epic change. So I think we're heading down the right route now, right?
Epic.
Yeah, handle changes, epic change.
Sign epic. I found an assign epic on the base service on the EE code.
Yeah.
This feels like the right sort of. So where did we get to in our prior? I can't remember where we are.
Not very far.
So
so we can just next this, can't we? I think.
Yeah, because we think it's where did handle changes get called? Was it an after hook or something like that?
All right, I'm in a virtual machine and everything conflicts with each other. Create service, create is handle changes. We're looking for next.
Yeah, handle changes then calls handle epic change, which then calls assign epic.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're going to have to next a little bit further, I guess, to get to handle changes.
CRM contacts.
Right, so
Handle
one
changes.
more next, then a step.
And then a step again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a step. And then step again.
Yeah. We're doing good. So I would be tempted to print out Epic param present first.
Yeah.
True. Good.
Which is good. Yeah.
Yeah. So next.
Next.
And then maybe
and
check
check Epic.
Yeah.
Let's check old Epic as well. Old Epic shouldn't be anything
new
because it's a new issue. Yeah. Epic is group 2. Sure, I guess. I'm not actually sure what it is, but that sounds fine.
So
Return.
where was Where was that raise actually status?
I think it was in
That line 113, right?
handle epic. Yeah, 113,
Perfect. Okay, so
which is this.
I would next.
So result is coming from here, and it should be trying
I
to
think
assign
we
epic.
probably want to step into assign epic, maybe. So I guess we have to step here. Yeah, step.
Yep. So that sounds.
So it feels like this isn't returning what we expect it to return, but so yeah, next.
Oh, it's create. Oh, it's creating the link between the issue and the epic.
Yeah, so this is trying to link them.
God, so next in this result status is success. So I guess we need to step into this, do you think?
Yeah, hang on. So this does look right, because look, the target issuable is in group 1, project 1, and the epic is group 2. So there's definitely a disconnect there.
Great.
So everything looks good.
So step into this, do you think? Oh God, I hate it when it does this. I think, then unfortunately I tend to find that we get a bit. So what I would do is scroll up a little bit in this window to see where we got as far as. So we got to the epic issues create service. So I would go into that in VS Code. I would stick a new breakpoint in there, and then I would probably sort of bail out of this and rerun it, if that makes sense.
Epic issues.
I think you actually need to put it in the epic issues. What was it? Create service.
I thought it was that one.
That was what called it.
Oh, that's the okay.
Was it on the epic issues module?
Right.
Yeah, epic issues create service.
Where are you seeing that? Sorry.
This line 27.
No, that's where it's being called from, though, isn't it? Oh, that's what we're calling. Do we want to?
We want to put breakpoint inside.
Oh, you want to go into? Okay.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing that should be exploding and isn't.
And it was just.
And we go.
This is the epic create service. We want the epic issues create service.
Yeah, and then we go down to the rabbit hole because it's calling issuable links create service.
Is it app services epic issues or app services EE? No, that's that one, isn't it? Yeah.
Epic issues create service. Issue. Yeah, I'd say this is the right one. So in the execute, is there an execute?
Nope. Oh, it's private.
Which case
inside issuable links.
Yeah, Marco was one step ahead of us.
Which one, sorry, Marco?
Let me send it's
issuable links create service.
Exactly. Which calls create links.
This one, the EE version, I guess.
I can't remember. Epics aren't actually EE, are they?
Yes. No, it's not on the EE thing.
Just here?
Right. So, issuable's already assigned message. Won't be that one. Yeah, so I would probably just put binding.pry in at the top here and remove your other one, or you can leave it in if you really want.
We'll leave it in because we can just
continue, can't we? So.
Yeah. Is there any reason not to force it?
No, I think I normally force it.
Maybe the database could contain some data that's not getting cleaned up.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. But it normally creates everything fresh, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yay. The bot started working again. We had a bit of problem last week, but I think I fixed it.
Oh, I got a new phone as well, actually. Sorry, I just... Yay, there we go.
Now, I don't know if this is the same for Marco, but something's happened where I can no longer read your screen, Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, what's happened?
I think that's connection bandwidth or something like that.
Are the
Can you
kids
see anything?
kids streaming some 4K Disney?
The kids are long asleep now.
Your network connection has a rating of 5 out of 10, Andrew.
Oh dear. It's going to get a lot worse when I'm in Hobart.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, well, it's further away, and they've got like one connection to the world.
Surely, like 5G's got to be the way forward.
Cancel my...
No internet.
Now, I checked this branch out the other day. Let me just see if I've still got it. If I have, I might be able to just share my screen and continue where you left off, possibly. Not going to make any promises, but what was the branch called?
Can you see anything now, or is it just as bad?
Just as bad, unfortunately. I think I've still got this branch. Let's see if I can share my screen. It'd probably be regrettable, but we'll see. Window.
My connection is also acting funky.
So
I'm at 4 out of 10 now. A 3 out of 10.
woohoo!
How did you quit out of Discord? How did it go down?
I have no idea. So we got as far as the issue links service, issuable link create service.
Issuable link create service. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to change my connection because I'm getting disconnected.
No worries. And yeah, I was going to put a binding dot right in there. And the spec that you were running was.
Do you want me to send you the? And
yeah. Which of the many communication mechanisms you can use to send it to me?
Hang on a minute. I need to actually. I've just quit out of Discord. Let's do it on Restream.
Perfect. Which line were you?
Oh,
208 or something like that?
308.
Oh, that's a close guess.
Did you make that change I made as well, or did I already make that change? I can't remember.
Oh God!
It looks like I may have already done it.
Okay.
Right. So this looks all right. Let's see what happens.
Oh, you've got 305.
Do you think I need to do a poll or something?
Just a second. Yeah, mine's 308. It might be worth doing a poll.
Just see if yeah, see what happens.
I keep getting disconnected.
What, from internet or just from Restream or?
Did he hear you? Hello,
Probably
Marco.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Awesome. Right. So can you just about, should I try and crank up a little bit or can you just about make that out?
crank up.
I can see the text.
Now
I
I
can
don't
see
even.
it.
Oh, you can. Okay, cool. So we don't think there's going to be a conflict error, do we?
Shouldn't be.
I'm tempted to next, maybe step into create links.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Linkable issues, link issuables. Love the rabbit holes. No idea what the tap is. So there's no errors, and surely there should be errors at this point in time, right? So it's it never got to. So sorry, Andrew, remind me in the web browser, where was it? It's pointing to line 113 in the issue create service.
Issues-based service, EE, the EE version of the issues-based service. Line 113.
So, and that comes from handle changes, and that comes from handle changes, which is in the non-EE version. Issues-based service. That was handle changes even called. I'm confused. So yeah, okay. Result status. So we are getting to this, but there's not an error.
Yeah.
So the error surely should have been in this crazy rabbit hole that we went down to assign epic. That eventually took us to create links in the issuable link create service. Surely in here,
You'd think it would be link issuables, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh.
Okay, so that's got to be because this is in the EE version of the issuable link create service, I guess. What was I even looking for? Linkable issues.
Yeah, because if you go to if you check link issuable, scroll down a bit. Link.valid should be false, I think. Yeah, because then that's the error. Ref cannot be added. Error. I think that's the error message we're getting.
Great. Okay, perfect. So this is pretty much, we know we got into here, right? Because I stepped. What did we? Link.
Is that right?
No. Okay. I might know the answer.
No, the error is slightly different, I think.
What do I? That's the EE one. That's the non-EE one.
No, that is the right one. That's definitely the error. Yeah.
So why? So where do we get to? Link issuables in the issuable link create service. Went to link issuables in the, that's why.
That relate issuables is inside create service and
So
issues.
It's because it's in the EE one, and the logic is different in the EE one. So I mentioned this to you before, Andrew, and I was like, no, I'm talking rubbish. But do you think that the answer is that in EE, you can actually link to issues in different groups?
I'm almost certain you can't. Let me. So that's doing it through my quick action. What if I try and do it through the other thing?
Just through the sort of normal UI, so to speak.
Yeah, if I find an issue in that group and just do.
Yeah, give it a try. Give it a try. But essentially, the link issuables code is different in it. Oh, it does call super.tap, but I don't actually know what super.tap does. So maybe it should. So I'm going to put a binding.pry in here. And I'm going to kill this.
You won't get there. Oh no, yeah, you will.
I wonder if there's a weird kind of, I don't know what we want to call it, like metric or something, code quality score that should be failing horrifically here because of the number of holes that the rabbit has fallen down at this point.
If I try and assign a child issue through the other parts of the UI, I get the correct error message. Okay. Cannot be added, cannot assign an issue that does not belong under blah, 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 blah.
So target issuables. Oh, did that just skip over that? I should have done a step, I guess. Okay, try again.
Do you have the bit of code commented out, by the way? Oh, you must do, I think, actually.
So we continue, we step. Okay, so I think we want to step into here.
Jeez.
Somewhere in here.
Do you want to just next and then see what link comes back as? ID nil, epic ID nil, issue ID 3. What? Oh, because the epic is set in a minute, isn't it?
It will be. No, it is yet.
Wait, why is epic ID and issue ID the same?
Is it a coincidence?
Maybe, yeah.
Epic. Yeah, it's just a huge coincidence, I think.
Yeah, you can see there, though, again, epic ID 3 is group 2.
Yeah.
And issue ID is group 1.
Yeah. So I would expect run after commit deep. It's not because it's doing it async, is it? Because link.save should then be called the validations, and the validations should be what then make it become so link.valid, I guess, should be true. Link.errors empty, yeah. So if we next, and here, still no errors, and it still thinks it's valid. So models link.
So I want to know what the what code is the website doing differently from the spec?
Validates. This is not the right type of link, is it? Or is it? No, this isn't. This isn't the right type of link, I don't think. What is link? It is epic issue. I don't know. How do you find out link.class or something like that? It's an epic issue. I'm going to open the EE one as well. No, that is the EE one because there is only an EE one, right?
Yeah. Validate confidence. So it's not going to be that. So where in here? I can't see anything. Can we just search for that error message to see where that's coming from?
But what, this one?
Cannot assign an issue that does not belong under the same group.
Okay. Cannot assign an issue that does not belong. In Ruby, please.
Did you all pop out?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No can do. So
Maybe
Is that
it's
because
not-
it's using the key? Oh, there you go.
she found it.
I did, and my browser went crazy. My terminal went crazy, and I lost it. Yeah, apparently.
Which is what I was looking for.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
What? Where?
Oh, hang on. Too.
Yeah.
on the last milestone, they changed something about epics that now can have child epics from different groups or issues from different groups. Maybe this code is updated.
Yeah. I think that might be what it is. But I don't understand why we're getting the inconsistent behavior though, because if there must be somewhere that's throwing that error.
You on my branch?
I think so.
Allow creation of issues from an epic using quick actions.
My file looks very different. Have you rebased my branch?
I think what I might have done is I don't know, because it looks like I've got yours, but it's not set to track. So maybe I didn't. Maybe I did use. I quite often do git curl diff git apply to basically pull your patch onto the latest master.
Oh, so that's why you're getting something very different from me.
Possibly.
I'm going to fetch the latest and rebase.
But yeah, it sounds like this could ultimately be some weird glitch in the matrix because they have actually deliberately changed the functionality.
Wait, that doesn't sound because it's gone with flags enabled.
Feature flags, yeah. Oh, you think it might be behind a feature flag?
It is behind a feature flag.
There you go.
Because I was just checking my code. We can remove this method when so flag rolls out.
Awesome. So you need two tests. One to see that it does something when it's the feature flags enabled and one.
Well, no, the feature flag's been deleted now.
Oh, okay.
Because it's enabled.
Okay.
So I've literally spent the last 3 weeks trying to work this out, and it's all because of feature flag.
Pretty much, but I feel like we should have not ignored my gut instinct. Like when we had our first call a week or so ago, and I said, I have a feeling that issues can be.
You didn't search for that, and we couldn't find anything.
That's a good point. GitLab.
Because where did you find that, Marco?
Oh, I remember that from reading the last release posts.
Okay.
Maybe the release hadn't gone out then. No, a week ago it must have done. Yeah.
Yeah, so introduced in 15.5 with flag named epic issues from different hierarchies, disabled by default, enabled on .com in 15.5, feature flag removed in 15.6. You can add issues from different group hierarchies to an epic.
So the issue is that there's not an issue.
Yeah. Although, yeah, exactly. So the test should actually go on.
I still can't see that in the release notes. I'm searching for epics. Maybe I should search for epic.
I've just put in the chat the link just to the docs, and I think the docs normally would link you to. Yeah, they link you to the issue.
Is it not in the release notes?
Yeah, it is. That's how I knew.
Right. I feel like time, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe this was. I remember seeing it.
Have a quick look at the release notes. I haven't read them. I really need to. Normally quite good. But that's pretty awesome. Because what does that mean? That means that I can. So I've been trying to find a way of getting organized recently when I've got like issues in like all sorts of groups and projects, and I want to kind of keep track of all the stuff that I'm looking at. Oh no, because you can. Okay, an issue can only belong to one epic though, right? So
yeah,
I wouldn't be able to have like an epic of my own to sort of keep a load of issues kind of collated.
It is kind of handy because we've kind of set a structure up internally where all the epics are at the very top level, just so we can associate any random things. Yeah. Now we could have epics further down. But still, oh God, yeah. Very frustrating spending all this time. Yeah. Should have just gone with your hunch, like you said, dug a bit deeper.
Life lesson, learning experience. I've been told off on numerous occasions for saying wasted time. It's never wasted time. It's always learning, right?
It is always learning.
I still can't find the release post. I wonder where I actually read it.
That's the thing, because I could not find it anywhere.
Searching for the word epic. Child epics showing as top level epics.
Yeah, that was a bug with the roadmaps.
Epics errors.
Yeah, where did I read it?
Yeah, I can't find it on the release post. Some kind of weird
Glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I should go check, because I also remember that I took a look at the post before it was released from the MR. Maybe they changed it.
I'm just trying to rebase, but I'm having a bunch of issues.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot now, I think.
Yeah, me too.
That should be all right for you, right, Andrew? Now you just need to write as a positive test rather than a negative one.
I really hope so.
But although I suppose you could flip the feature flag, because I'm struggling to understand. So has the feature flag been? No, yeah, it's been removed now, so you don't need to flip it.
Yeah.
You just need to test that. Well, I mean, do you even need that test anymore?
Nope.
You don't need it at all.
All of that checking I was doing and all of that tests, just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, awesome. But again, it was quite a valuable learning, if I understood correctly. Because am I right in thinking that you put some logic into your actual code, your service method, then a reviewer called out to say why check here, because there's already a check further down. So you removed it, and at the same point, we then kind of hit this issue. And so if that hadn't been flagged, we would have ended up with this kind of legacy business logic in this newly introduced service. Is that fair to say? So it's kind of been quite a okay, let's make sure everything's always dry. And but yeah, we just got caught out by by that change in underlying functionality.
Yeah.
I mean, so his original point does make sense. Having that single source of truth means this wouldn't have been an issue.
Awesome.
All right, I'll clean this up a bit more then.
Awesome. Thank you for your time as always, guys. And if not before, catch you next week.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you both. Hopefully,
we might need to change the timing of this, right, Mark? I need to work with your lunches, but we'll figure that out.
Well, I actually right now I should be home, because we started before today because I was already at home. I wasn't at work today, but usually, it's always not European summertime. It's only
Yeah. No, we'll figure it out. Right. Catch you later, guys. Bye.